morning, you guys. Good morning. Welcome to another day, man. Today's video is going to be about the reality of life after college. I'm not going to try to make this too, I don't want to make it too Debbie Downer for you guys, but life's definitely different in so many aspects, so many ways, and yeah, I'm just going to give you my perspective on. So let's do it. First things first, I'm going to introduce myself to the people who don't know me. My name is Chandler the Man. I recently graduated college in 2024, majored in business administration. I concentrated in finance and accounting. I did have an internship, 2 of them, from one of the big 4 firms. And yeah, let's just say I'm still struggling. I'm also an entrepreneur, still early in the game. Haven't made too much money yet, but I thought I'd also add that in there, and I mainly do e-commerce. So when I graduated, I had my internship at PwC, and that ended in I'd say like beginning of August, right? So I went back home for I'd say about a couple probably like a month and a half, and I stumbled across this temp to hire job. And it was like actually in the same location as my university, so I knew everybody there, and it's a familiar area and whatnot. I thought this was a pretty good idea just because, it was so close to where I was living at before, and my friends are up there. So I went ahead and did it. Keep in mind that during this time, I was like applying to jobs for, I would say about, like I said, a month and a half. But I was really locking in. Like I was applying every single day, every single hour, on Indeed, on going to the actual job site, getting my resume redone and whatnot. I was like really, like that was my life, 10 hours a day. I was like midway through the conversation, but gonna update you guys where I'm at. So I just dropped off my car to get serviced and whatnot. So I'm gonna walk over to CarMax and continue this conversation that we're having. Good old CarMax. These are always nice in the inside. Not gonna lie to you. But yeah. So where was I at? I was probably at So yeah, I got a temp job, and with my old college. And it was paying pretty decent, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do it. Most likely you're gonna hire me, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of jobs they're doing temp to hire, and I don't do bad work. So yeah, so I'll start working there and whatnot. And right off the bat, it wasn't too bad. Pretty cushy job, if I'm being honest with you. And then it started getting a little crazier and crazier. Started piling more work on me. So, and I guess the reason that is because like the person that I'm supposed to be replacing, she had like, I don't know, she was doing like three people's jobs in one. You know what I mean? So it's just kind of crazy. What I was doing is processing invoices. It's called AP, accounts payable. And what I'd be doing is processing invoices, doing cash disbursements, and yeah. But also with that, I had to do other things too. It's not coming to the top of my head. I think she did like 2 different cash disbursements or whatnot, and processed like 200 invoices, or maybe that might be a little OD. I said like 100 invoices, 150 invoices. So the plan was to work there for 6 months and then get hired on. But the opposite happened. I worked there for 6 months, and then the lady in HR, she got demoted, and she took my position. So now I'm left stuck in a position where I'm like, dang, well, I thought I was gonna get hired. And I mean, like, I'm stuck in a position where I got this apartment and I got bills to pay now, car insurance and all these things. I still have my business, my e-com business, and you know, that's going, but it's not too much money though. It's not enough money to really do a lot with. I don't know, guys. I'm in like this Lexus, and pretty cool interior right here. But so you can either do a latch right here, or you can push it, and it unlocks the door. So that's pretty cool. So I have been applying to jobs for about, I'd say now, like 3 months since I've been kind of like let go, right? And I won't say that it's any harder than what it was before. I just think I lost motivation to really find another job because I didn't really even like the first one I had. And I'm being completely honest with you, I felt a little too comfortable there. Which might, you know, it might be like, what the hell? Like, how do you mean you feel too comfortable? Man, listen, I understand that I'd rather be an entrepreneur than anything else. And I know if I want to get the money that, you know, I really want to make, I got to be an entrepreneur. Nobody's going to be able to pay me that amount of money. Imagine having a friend that was a girl and she was pretty. But, you know, things never happen that way. She's just like, you know, your friend for right now. But you know what she could, you know, what she's capable of. You know what she's capable of, right? But she's just there. Maybe you're caught up in a situation, or maybe you're, you know, whatever you got going on, right? But now you have the opportunity to try to, you know, get to know her and things of that nature and make things work, you know. So I think that's what I'm like doing with this whole like business thing. And yeah, I mean, it's harder than what it looks for sure. But if that's the life I want to live, where, you know, I'll be able to call my own shots and do my own things. And I don't gotta be nobody's bitch, to be honest. Don't like doing that. That might be a little too much for YouTube. And I mean, in some jobs, like, I'm sure that, you know, you don't feel that way. But in the job that I was at, it seemed like everybody was like a know-it-all. You had to fight to talk, you know, in big rooms. And then also, if you didn't talk, you're like frowned upon. I'm a quiet dude. I actually don't feel the need to talk. So that was an issue with me, or that was an issue for me, because I never felt the need to prove myself to others. But I can tell, like, in the corporate world, that's a common thing. The common thing is to prove yourself that you're worthy, you know, that you know, want that raise and you're competent. I gotta prove that I'm competent to anybody, you know. I just gotta do what I gotta do and get done and get gone. I didn't think about that job as my passion. I didn't think about it as anything else but a paycheck. I think that's where a lot of people are at right now with my generation. I'm not a big fan of beige interior. Beige interior just disgusts me because it gets dirty easily. And then on top of that, it just doesn't look good. I wouldn't buy a car like this brand new. But that's just my opinion. So I guess the long story short is, the reality after college is that it may be harder to find a job than you really think it is, especially if you're a black male like myself. But it's still possible. You just gotta, like, you know, when you're looking for jobs, you just gotta treat it like a full-time job, and you go in a little bit overtime. It sucks to say that we're in this place right now where you have to do that, you know, but it is what it is. I ain't gonna lie, this little A series is tough. I like the rims on there. Pretty cool. I bet it's electric or something like that. But this isn't even it's not even an AMG. It must be like an AMG package or whatever. Just cleaning the inside, not gonna lie. The screen's a little too big for me. I don't really like this design here. It's a pretty small car too. But you know, beggars can't be choosers. But yeah, I think my summary is like, you know, especially if you're a black male in corporate America, you're gonna catch hell trying to get a job out of college. If you don't already have that, like, you know, you walking into like that internship thing, you know what I mean? Like with me, I still have a job lined up for me coming up, you know, hopefully. They're laying off people. You can see right here, I put up on the screen. I'm wishing for the best for everybody that's watching this video today. I know right now the job market is like kind of collapsed and the economy is switching. It's switching. AI is, you know, taking more jobs. There's a lot of changes that are happening. And unfortunately, like the millennials and I wouldn't say baby boomers anymore. I wouldn't say baby boomers anymore, but the millennials are taking over the job market and they have the most power right now. I guess the Gen Xers too. So it's a tough market. I guess the Gen Xers, I think that's really the ones that are taking over the market. They have anything. They can really take any job they want to. I've never been in one of these, so I'm interested to see what it's like. Just oh, I guess you can't go in this thing. I don't want this to be a Debbie Downer video. If anything, I want this to encourage you to apply to more jobs than, you know, than what you think that. I want you just to apply to more jobs. Like, just keep on applying to jobs and increase the rate at which you do, because that's how I even got my temp job. I just kept on applying. I did it all day. So if you do that, then something will land. You just gotta outwork other people. But for all my entrepreneurs out there, just keep your head up. You know, not a lot of people are going to agree with what you want to do, because there's not a lot of people like you. But yeah, that's pretty much what the end of the video. And peace, love, and as always, I want the best for you. So I want you to have everything that you ever desired. CarMax didn't really have much cars today, not gonna lie to you. So yeah, right now I'm in this GR Corolla, but I'm getting sidetracked. I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace. Make sure that you follow me on Instagram. I'm doing new content on there. Really push it for me, guys. Really push it for me. I'm putting a lot of effort into this personal brand here. So let's get this thing moving. Let's get this thing going. You see me grinding, go ahead, grind with me. Let's do it.